Hey, what's going on YouTube? Gary here, gzduel. Here to play some Dragon Ruler or E-Dragon. And I opened up with like one of the best hands I've ever gotten in E-Dragons. You guys will see is just completely amazing. By opening up with like 2 baby dragons and 4 dragons to discard, plus the super rejuvenation, plus the light and darkness dragon, you can actually do a lot of damage. Not only can you go first in Draco Sack, but at the end of the turn you can draw into 4 new cards. I would almost say, like, super rejuvenation is the elemental dragons, the equivalent of Spellbook of Judgment. It's just, it gets you too much advantage at the end phase. Your opponent, like before, you might be able to get rid of his field if your opponent plays dragons and he opens up with Draco Sack and he opens up with like Light and Darkness Dragon. You might be able to do something. Activate 2 effects, let the Light and Darkness Dragon negate both of them, and after that use something like Thunder King, attack over the Light and Darkness Dragon. That way you can get rid of the Light and Darkness Dragon plus the Draco Sack. All he can do is special summon another dragon and get it back into his hand at the end phase. But after that, the dragon player can't do anything because he doesn't have any new cards to work with. All of his cards were spent on trying to summon out Draco Sack and trying to summon out Light and Darkness Dragon. But since I drew into 4 new cards, I'm just thinking, like, I'll just wait and see if you can even get rid of this field. If you manage to get rid of this field, I have 4 fresh dragons in the graveyard plus 2 baby dragons, and I have 4 new cards in my hand to work with, including Dark Hole, including Gold Sarcophagus, including a blaster with a burner, so I can randomly destroy 1 card on your side of the field. Like, it's just almost too perfect. And yeah, at this point, my opponent activated level limiter area B. And I was like, I don't even know what you're playing, because I've never seen this in competitive meta. Maybe sided somewhat. So I decided to not take the risk of attacking with Light and Darkness Dragon. I decided, I'm going to use Draco Sack to attack, so that if my opponent was playing something anti-meta, like returns a monster to the deck, or like, monster with 1900 defense and a man-eater bug effect like Snow Man-Eater, I would be able to like avoid taking the damage by attacking with Draco Sack, and as well I can also do some damage with Light and Darkness Dragon. And so I did only 1300 damage, and my opponent at this point just keeps setting cards, and I was like, okay, so the last set monster I attacked into was a Cat of Ill Omen, so I'm pretty sure you don't have too many powerful monsters in defense mode. I'm guessing you're just playing defense because you can't play offense. So I decided I'm just going to attack with Light and Darkness Dragon at this point. But then he activates Path of Destiny, and I was like, oh, perfect. Now my Light and Darkness Dragon, since it only has 400 defense, what I can do is activate my Draco Sack's effect, and then tribute a Light and Darkness Dragon on the field and 1 token in order to special summon, in order to normal summon Light and Darkness Dragon from my hand. And yeah, I wasn't afraid to do that anyways, because Light and Darkness Dragon has this abusable mechanic. So that if your opponent, say that my opponent, the set card that he had right there was a Torrential Tribute, what could happen is this. I can activate the effect of Draco Sack to try to special summon 2 tokens. Now, Light and Darkness Dragon on my side of the field with only 800 attack and 400 defense will still try to negate Draco Sack's effect at Chainlink 2, of course. Now at this point, no monsters has been special summoned, no monster has been normal summoned, my opponent can't activate his Torrential Tribute. Now Chainlink 2 resolves first. Light and Darkness Dragon will try to negate my Draco Sack's effect, but since it doesn't have enough defense to pay, it will not be able to negate Draco Sack's effect. Now we go to Chainlink 1, Draco Sack special summons out the 2 tokens. At this point, my opponent cannot chain Torrential Tribute to the summoning of those 2 tokens in order to try to destroy my whole field, because the chain is resolving from Chainlink 2 to Chainlink 1, and he cannot interrupt the chain. So, Light and Darkness Dragon is actually pretty abusable. If your Light and Darkness Dragon is at that point where it only has 400 defense, you can activate something like Monster Reborn. It'll be the same thing. You can escape things like Bottomless, you can escape things like Torrential Tribute. It's just a nice thing for you guys to know. So, I have too much advantage. I summoned 2 Light and Darkness Dragons, and I'm just using this Draco Sack to just push. Next turn, I'll probably win. He only has 1 card face down. Just keep in mind, guys, dragons are evil. They're a really evil deck. And even if he gets rid of my Light and Darkness Dragon at this point, my Draco Sack will still stay on the field because I have a token, and then I can use Draco Sack's effect Tribute itself to destroy another card on his field, and I have 7 new cards in my hand. Like, how is this fair, right? So just beware playing dragons. Just side heavily against them. That's I guess that's my little moral of the day for you guys. Just they're evil. Side against them. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Gary GZ Duels signing out.